Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Bears much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, it's a question that's been asked over and over and over, but CD, I'll pose it to you anyway. What do you have to do defensively to stop Tom Brady?
It's one of the great questions in the NFL, and there are a ton of defensive coaches who retired at this point because they tried to stop Tom Brady and couldn't get it done. You've got to have excellent defenders, guys who can stick to their men like glue, because he's so good at finding those open receivers and then putting the ball into tight windows and completing passes downfield.
To throw, it's Brady. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Brady. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Bears are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
That finds Smith-Schuster. Nice grab. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Lance to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Lance. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A give. This is Kamara. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brady now on first down. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. Runs through the contact. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run it with Williams. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Williams will try again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tom Brady, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Joe Reed returning. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now on 2nd and 16. Lance eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 24, Lance. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Brady. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Derek Brown able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Brady hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Marquez Callaway. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now a toss. Kamara left side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Lance. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Drake. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brady going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The final shot before half for Brady. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. And Lance going to throw. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And 2021 in the draft, the first tight end off the board, Florida's Kyle Pitts at number 4 to Atlanta. The first tight end taken in 2020 was this guy, Cole Kmet, number 43 overall. Really started to come on late last season. A good grab there for a 1st down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They run it again with Kamara. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw with Lance. Robinson's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On the jet sweep, there goes Collins. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Touchdown, Bears! Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 116 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Brady now on 1st down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
The New England Patriots were seeking a good edge rusher, and Matt Judon is now providing that, having come over from Baltimore. 30.5 sacks the last 4 years there. They expect him to get to the quarterback frequently in Patriots red and blue.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brady now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Lance. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Trying the left side with Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Lance. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Sly on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Brady's throw is caught here by Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Robbie Anderson. His 5th touchdown back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Reed returning. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. On first down, Brady. He'll set up the screen to Drake. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he gets it complete to Harris. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now Brady. Flush to his right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. On first down, Drake. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw out the challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Hubbard. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Right back to Hubbard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. On the give, this is Hubbard. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Calling a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. A few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. Now Brady. He's going to let it fly. They'll fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Chicago, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.